Everyone, so thanks for tuning in. I know I've been making some announcements that some new stuff is coming up. Well, here you go. Here's my backstory continued. Today we're going to talk about some of my struggles in school, and as well as how I kind of got started playing music. So enjoy.
So hey guys, I wanted to continue on with my backstory that I've been sharing periodically. So last I left off, I think I talked about that I went to school at Little River Academy. I had a pretty good school year, although I was one of those kids that didn't learn well within the environment that I was in. So my grades were pretty poor. I didn't really care, honestly, but kids do try to care. Try to find your place. If you're listening to this and you're going through school, try to find your place and try to find the way that you learn. I'm a very hands-on learner, and I didn't get much of that at school. There was a lot of books and a lot of numbers and reading, and well, for me. So another personal story. So when I was in high school, well, you know, honestly, all of my life mostly, I was kind of a cut-up. I like to make people laugh. I think it gave me, now that I look back, I think the reason is because it made me feel accepted. I was kind of a class clown. I did get in trouble a lot. But by making people laugh, I felt like they were accepting me for whatever reason. One cool story was in, I believe it was third, fourth, somewhere in there, fourth grade. I got in trouble. The teacher sent me to the principal. Well, the principal, being the good principal that he was, he actually came up with the idea that instead of like discouraging this, that he would encourage my comedic talent, right? This was probably the first and only time that I remember somebody encouraging me in that way. They gave me the opportunity to have some stand-up in front of the class on a certain day once a week where I could tell jokes, right? And granted, my jokes were pretty lame, but I felt like a superstar. You know, I was getting to do what I wanted to do. Mr. Compton was his name. So Mr. Compton, if you ever see this, thank you very much for that opportunity. I learned a lot from it, and I really appreciate it, and I still remember it to this day. So thank you. So, you know, I told you previously that I got my first pair of drumsticks from my dad when I was beating on some pots and pans. Well, also, my dad being a musician, I followed him to many places. By following him, I mean I sat on the side of the stage and watched the drummer in particular, and for whatever reason, God gave me something internally that made me attracted to the drums. So I kind of gravitated that way, and I watched and admired Dad's drummer, a guy named Ronnie from Temple, and it kind of inspired me to play the drums. So, you know, when I got into middle school, then middle school was when they had the whole thing, you know, try out the instruments, blah, blah, blah. Well, I wanted to play percussion, so that's what I did. I got my little bells and practice pad kit, and did that thing for a while. So my band instructor, a guy named Bob Medina, he saw some potential in me. I guess I was doing something right, and he said, "Hey man, you want to come play the drums with the band that he had that played for the high school basketball games at Academy High School?" And so I did that. The group was called Wall of Sound, and I made some friends there. What was cool was I was probably the youngest one in the band, and at the time I didn't think much of it other than, man, this is cool, I get to play in a band. But looking back, I'm like, man, that was really cool that I got picked out for that. So thank you for that, Bob Medina. And around about the same time, Dad kind of gave me my first opportunity too. Asked if I wanted to play a song, and he asked his drummer, Ronnie, if it'd be okay if I played the drums, and I played the song Pretty Woman. Anyways, I was super nervous. I did it, I got through it, and I guess they thought I was a rock star, but I thought I did terrible. You know how that goes.
So thanks guys, thanks for watching the video. It means a lot to me. If you have any questions, please ask them below and let me know what your questions are. Let me know if you can relate to my experience. Let me know if you have a similar story, or if you know somebody with a similar story. It means a lot to me that we keep the lines of communication open so that I get to know you and that you get to know me. And next week, I'll be planning on pushing out another one on Tuesday. That's my goal, every Tuesday, to continue on with my backstories, so you guys get to know me. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. Thumbs up, heart, share, all the good stuff. You know it. Thanks, guys. Peace.